What is up? What is up, people? Oh man, it's been a little while since I've been on here. As you can tell, different background, living a little different life right now. Been fan panel. What's up, buddy? What's up? How you doing? I miss you, bud. It's been a little while since I've been on here. Glad to be back. Glad to hear from you guys. I want to thank everybody that's checked in on me when I've been gone and all that. Well, just not really gone. Just going through some personal issues now. But definitely glad to be back. Um, but without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk about these dolphins. Um, First thing I want to say, wow. Um, I don't even know what to say. Put it down in the comments if you can hear me actually, because I just brand new setup. So put it down in the comments. Let me know if you can hear me. Give me a little something, something. Say something to me. Well, I hope you can. But first thing, wow. Oh my God. Um, why hasn't the defense played like this from the get go? I mean, it's mind-boggling me on if this defense. I just don't understand. Um, it's crazy to me. Why did Coach Flo all of a sudden decide to do this now? Why was the offense just so trash? I mean, I just don't get it. I'm gonna put in the comments. I'm gonna put the link down here so you guys can jump on and let's talk about it because it's nuts to me. All right, there's the link. Jump on. I'm baffling. What does that mean? Larry, jump on. I can't hear myself, so it makes it difficult for me. I'm not using the same setup I was using before. Jump on there and let me know if this is better. Hold on. No. Uh-oh. Something happened here. Hold on. There we go. Pamela, what's up, girl? What's up? What's up? How you doing? How you doing? Larry, there's Larry. There we go. Okay. What's up, Larry? How you doing, buddy? Larry, can you hear me?
I'm doing good, Chris. I'm Chachi, just doing some stuff. I thought I'd come on for a few minutes, and get
Um,
back to doing
brother,
what I have to
go
do.
for it.
Actually, work around the house today.
Did you? Oh man, Larry, let me ask you a question.
Come on,
Why
Chachi,
hasn't
can't
the
hear you.
Dolphins? Why haven't the Dolphins started playing this defense from the get go?
Chachi, I can't hear you. Hold on a second. I think it might be my mic.
Pamela, am I baffling? Is my mic not set right or something?
Testing. Okay.
Hey, Larry, can you hear me now?
No, it was my fault. I had
Oh, okay.
I have two different mics. One for the show, it's a wireless one, and my regular one, and I forgot to switch.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha. Okay,
no,
you have me
buddy.
scared. I thought it was me for a second.
No. What's up, buddy?
Oh man, a whole lot. You see this background a little different, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of things have changed in my life. Um, that's something I just talk
For the
about now. But
positive? Yeah, for the positive.
it depends how you look at it.
No, it's
Depends
how
how you
you
look
look
at
at
it.
it, buddy, not me. It's how you look at it.
um, it sucks, but I mean, I
Best you
guess
could say it's over, huh?
yeah,
Okay, I
yeah,
got you.
definitely.
Yeah, I'm taking some care of business. I don't know if I'm gonna have a show Saturday or not, but we'll see.
Oh man, Cap, what's up, buddy? What's up? What's up?
Hey guys, what's going on, man? Just talking
Hey, Cap.
Manscaped. Talking
Oh,
Manscaped with Big E.
oh man. Why are you guys talking about shaving each other, man?
Hey man, it's that time of the year, man. You gotta let her smell it.
Oh, jeez. Anyways, guys, I want to ask you a question. Why haven't the Dolphins played this defense from the get go?
Cap, you want to go first?
I mean, I think regardless of what you think, Flores has his hands involved in the defense, and we saw that. I mean, talking into the mic, taking control of the in and out of the routes that are being called as far as with the defensive backs. I mean, he was hands on it, man. I mean, it's sad that we just didn't see it more in the beginning of the season. But playing off that zone, like we always talked about, Larry, that soft zone, and we
Yeah.
saw more
Oh,
man. It was a big difference.
yeah. And
Definitely, wasn't it?
yeah. And you guys know I've always stated it before, right? Once you change your identity, what you are, you always behind. You're always behind. You give the other team an advantage. What I'm talking about, there are a lot of different things. First of all, maybe they're smart. They think they're too smart, so they do things differently from the prior year. That could be one of it. The other one definitely people bring up, and that's a valid point. With our corners having constant nagging injuries, they felt they want to protect them more. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Once you change what you're good at, you give the other team an advantage. You put Xavier Howard and Byron Jones in zone defense too often. They're average at best. That's not what they do. That's not what they brought him here to do. They know it.
No, they
So
get
yeah, if
cooked.
you gotta protect. If you have to protect them like that, then you might as well sit them and do what you do best and let Noah learn. So yeah. Plus, I think also guys that linebacking core they made huge mistakes.
Trash,
Yeah. Yeah.
trash. I think one of our, it wouldn't be so bad if the first person that hits him actually tackles him, and
Yeah.
tackles him at where they hit him. I mean,
Mhm.
if you pay attention, pretty much 90% of the tackles are they hit him and they still get another 5 yards on top.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I understand the concept of what they want to do with these linebackers. They want look, the NFL's a passing league. I get it. Okay, I get it. But your linebackers can't cover. Your, you know what? One of the reasons I think they played so well. I hate to say this, that Baker was hurt. They were forced to play three safeties: Brandon Jones, Javon Holland. Brandon Jones, you know what? I've been saying it before. Last year, when they drafted Brandon Jones, I said Brandon Jones was more of a threat to Jerome Baker than anything else because he's almost as big, maybe 10 pounds lighter, and he's a safety that.
Yeah,
So you know what? Maybe I'm about prophesization. They didn't realize when I predicted that I was probably right. You know what? They might as well go with three safeties for all that effective if Baker isn't stopping the run. Okay, they might as well go with because he's just as good as Baker at blitzing. Every time he blitz,
agree.
it's positive.
I agree. I agree.
Mhm.
I think that our biggest issue is like what King Mill just said in the comments. We should have never released our vets
Yeah.
from the get go. And then I put a lot of this blame on Flores because Flores is the defensive mind of the Dolphins.
Hmm.
He came here, and we all knew that that's what he was good at. So he made the defense what it was, and then decided to change it when there was nothing wrong with it.
Hmm.
And then now it goes to show because Howard kind of put him out there and threw him under the bus,
Hmm.
saying, "Oh, yeah, we went back to how we were playing defense last year. Oh, wait a minute, you didn't think of doing that sooner when the
Hmm.
new one wasn't working?
Hmm.
I mean, I put a lot of this blame on the coaching, man. I really do.
Yeah, Kingman. I'm not saying that Jones probably could be a linebacker, but he's this new type of hybrid safety that people are looking to draft. So you saw that with the Browns. They drafted that kid from Notre Dame, whatever you pronounce his last name, Jamar Kamora, whatever. He's
Right, right.
actually small for a linebacker, big for a safety. So I think that's the way football because these guys tend to cover better than linebackers, and I think the NFL is such a passing league.
For sure,
Mhm.
for sure, for sure. Miami sports fan, what's up, buddy? What's going
Hey,
on?
how's it going, fellas? How's it going, man? Is that Larry I hear over
No,
Yeah,
it's not. It's just
Yeah.
hearing things.
there?
Yeah, for some reason,
MSF,
it take my avatar. I don't know why.
How's it going, man?
dímelo.
Hey, what's up?
I guess he froze.
Why is
Hey,
it not showing?
Batman.
Why
What's
is
going
it
on,
not
guys?
showing your guys' icons, man?
I don't know. It didn't pop up.
I have
Usually
no
it pops
idea
up
where
when I
mine
come on
either.
board.
And my camera keeps coming out. I have a totally different setup than what I'm
So
normally
is
using.
Capped here or what?
He's coming. There,
Dímelo.
there it
Que
is.
Hey,
huecha, que huecha.
Cap.
Hola,
Man,
hola,
you,
Tere.
wow.
Ahí,
You
man.
really, really put me down. Look at this. Every time he comes on my show, he's in the car. Okay, he's in a car, annoying the crap out of me. And now he's on your show. There he's home, lying down, relaxing, no
I'm
background
tired,
noise.
man.
Time of the show,
Man,
Larry.
you
It's just
disrespect
time
me,
of the
done.
show.
You totally
Hey,
disrespect me.
So,
I got you, Larry.
Matt,
I got you,
Matt, I
Cyber.
wanted to ask you the same thing. What do you think? Why do you think it took them so long to put the defense back to what it was last year?
Listen, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so I've been preaching on Brian Flores taking over this defense. I don't care what he's saying to the media today, saying that he's not calling nothing. It's all a lie. I hate that. I hate that. I hate liars. But we've been used to him lying to us. But he's finally coaching them up, and that's what I wanted to see. I mean, Boyer right now, he's a puppet. He's been a puppet from day one. But the whole fact that they're implementing that zone, that's not going to work. And, when you got your best player on the team, and yes, I say the best player on this team, got Xavier Howard, and you got him playing zone most of the game. I think, who was it that said it? It was I don't know, I forgot who said it, but just picture it's like trying to get Tyler Hero, to lock down a defensive player when you know that what he does is shoot threes. You get what I mean? Like, you don't want you got to be, if you're good at something, you stick to it. You want to learn zone at this point in his age, he's 29 years old. I'm not implementing zone when what he knows is man-to-man defense.
Facts.
And it's sad. And then, the biggest hurt that we got on our defense is, losing Bobby McCain, and he was a communicator. We're not talking about his skill set, but we're just talking about communicating to the defense. He was the anchor back there. He was telling people where to be. He knew where people were going to be. And now we're relying on a rookie, which I love. Javon Holland is playing like a beast, but he's not the communicator. And I remember when we lost Bobby McCain, everyone was like, all right, so we're going to delegate everything to McKinney. McKinney's going to be our communicator. And what happened with McKinney? Then we cut McKinney. So now we're going to make Jerome Baker be our communicator. And now Jerome Baker is struggling communicating, obviously, because our defense is not – it's all over the place. And I understand that they got rid of this amoeba defense and they just want to rush a four and that's it, no blitz. That is annoying. That if you're good at something, we were top 5 most of the year last year. Now we're ranked dead last. And it's pathetic. It's annoying, and it gets me angry. It gets me frustrated.
I can hear it in your voice, bro. I think
Hey,
everybody can.
Batman, you said something that I've been harping upon, but you said it eloquently like I don't, okay? Flores got to coach the coaches, okay? He's got to
Agreed.
coach them. Remember what I told you guys from the beginning? I've always stated this in sports, not just football, in sports. You can have an experienced coach and win when you have an experienced team. You can have an experienced team win with an inexperienced coach, but you're never going to win with an inexperienced coach and inexperienced team. And that's what he set up across this whole team. Not only the players, but the coaches themselves. So he can't even rely on that. So a lot of young players and coaches, young players with young coaches, bad mix. Bad
Agreed.
mix. It's not
I
salt
agree.
and pepper. It's oil and vinegar,
Yeah.
oil
No,
and water.
I think the coaching has been the very biggest downfall of the Dolphins.
Mhm.
I think that Flores did a really bad job in hiring uh, of the coaches for this team. I mean, it's just ridiculous. They're not doing what they're supposed to. The team is just all over the place. I don't know if maybe for this game, Flores said, you know what, let's do it my way, and this is the way we're going to do it, or who decided to say we're going to go back to the way it was. Um, but whoever did that was the genius. Because
Did any
if
did
you got
anybody catch did anybody catch the Chris Greer roast that they did to him today?
I did not, but I
Yeah.
heard he got hammered.
I was trying to look for it on YouTube. I couldn't
I couldn't
find it.
find it either. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
was looking
couldn't
for it
find it.
too.
I was just reading throughout the day. I was reading like some of the questions he was getting, and he was getting grilled left and right.
He was. I have not seen it. Unfortunately, I can't find it
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah,
No,
he was the fall
Batman's
guy,
right.
bro.
It's not on YouTube. I mean, they have Tua, they have
They
Matt
have
Collins,
everybody. Yeah.
but they don't have that interview with Greer. And I think
They
the
even
Miami
they even have
Dolphins
Flores. They
control
even have
that.
Flores, but they
Yeah.
don't even have Greer.
Nope, that's nuts. 'Cause I
Let me
would
check to
really like
see.
to hear that
Let
one.
me check to see if it's on the because usually they put it on their Facebook. The Dolphins put it on their Facebook. Let me see.
I don't get into Facebook. Kickbill says the two OC's got to go. I don't. I disagree. I don't have a problem with Boyer as long as Flores coaches him up. Okay, Flores is a defensive coach. That's his. Even though people say, well, he's had offensive experience. 1 year as an offensive quality control guy does not make you an offensive guy.
Absolutely.
No, nothing. They don't have it on YouTube. I mean, on Facebook. It's weird. I mean,
Uh,
I'm sure Greer has something to do with it too. Don't put that
Yo,
up there.
Chachi, yeah, there's a
Oh
moron
yeah.
out there in chat. If you want to just block him,
I'm sorry.
there's a moron out there in chat. If you just want to block him, can't hear you, Batman.
Yeah, you got somebody. You got somebody throwing out some racist stuff over there on the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I don't know what's going on with me, but I can't even see what's going on in the chat right now. So if you
Oh, you
guys,
can't see what's going on in chat?
I can't. It's not letting me see anything.
Okay,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
You know
The
what?
last,
Why don't you make me a moderator
Oh,
and I'll
yeah.
take them out? Yeah.
Bro.
Let me see if I can take it out. Well, it looks like, oh no, looks like I do it here even without a moderator. Block this person. Yes, I just blocked him.
oh,
I don't like to
wonderful.
do that. I like to let the moderator do that.
No. If you guys see that, because I definitely don't condone that
Right.
in any way at all.
Yeah.
So, no, this is I let people open up and give their opinions, but definitely you have to be respectful of others.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Absolutely.
I didn't I didn't grow up in a nice neighborhood. I grew up in a bad neighborhood, and the bad neighborhood teaches you respect and respect for your elders. So
Mm-hmm.
Pamela says she's backstage. She's trying to get in.
you see, I'm not getting anything. The
She
only
says
thing I'm
that she's blocking somebody, and then she says she's backstage.
Yeah, she's blocking the person I told about in chat.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can't. It's not even letting me do nothing. I don't know what's going on here.
How is it that thing that you do, Larry? That when you back out and then you don't lose it. How do you do that? Maybe Chachi could do that.
No, you got to leave the studio and come back in. So you could do that, Chachi. Leave the studio and come back in. Yeah, StreamYard will continue going without you. Okay, so you can do just to the bottom say leave studio and then come back in.
Uh,
Okay.
Okay. What's your name? I didn't get your name, boss. What's your name?
Gio, man.
MSF, bro.
Gio. How you doing, man? Angel. Batman. Everybody calls me Batman.
Nice to meet you,
Miami
man.
sports fanatic, bro.
Miami
Miami
sports
sports
fanatic.
fanatic.
Okay.
Yeah, I missed him. I haven't been in the show in a while. Well, I know Chachi.
Man, it's
hasn't
been
been
a
around.
while, man. I had a big move. I think I told y'all a long time ago. I had a big move, man, and just trying to get caught up with everything settled. And I finally got a lot of time now, so I'm gonna be on for quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
Where
good.
you at now?
Now.
Tennessee?
No, man, I'm in Nevada right now.
Oh.
Nevada. Damn.
Nevada. Moved from Colorado. No, man, I'm in Nevada right now.
Oh man.
I don't know who
They
that
go to
is,
echo.
but you have an echo. Yeah. Somebody.
You gotta mute
came in.
You gotta mute the original YouTube. You mute it and come back to this chat.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
in
don't
now.
leave.
Hey, Pamela.
Hey, Pamela, what's up?
Hey, hey guys.
what's going on? All right.
So
I think I
Miami
got
sports
here.
fan, that looks like a Gator shirt. I'm just saying.
No, this is
No, that's the Dolphins.
It's the
Yeah.
vintage
yeah, that's
Tua.
the retros. The retros.
Yeah.
I'm reading Gator all day long.
No, never. Sorry.
That's
Okay,
all
you
right.
guys hear
I'm a
me?
huge Gator
Okay.
fan. Y'all know that.
Hey, Pamela. I always catch you on Steven's show, but I'm a mailman, so I'm always working in the mornings. But I like your takes, man. I really like your takes. I really do like your takes.
Thank you so much. That's Batman, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
thank
like
you so much.
Yeah,
I like your
takes
Can
comment.
y'all
too.
hear me?
Mhm.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I hear you
I can
now.
hear you.
I was able to block them, but I'm still not being able to see the new comments that are coming up. This is great. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Well, you
I
know
don't.
what? Just open up on YouTube and just mute it, and you can see the chat going on that
True,
way.
true.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not
Well,
showing up in StreamYard, but StreamYard's acting crazy.
yeah, it's been having big problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been having problems. I'm trying to connect my mic. I actually took it out of the box. I've been trying to connect it and I can't connect it.
Hmm.
I can't connect. I can't figure out a way how to connect it. So I'm working just off a headset.
So, Larry, I was
Yep.
totally agreeing with what you were saying about an experienced coach and a new team or a experienced team and a new coach. I was totally agreeing with you on that. What Flores did, which is exactly what you said, was got rid of a lot of our veterans
Hmm.
who were leaders. Maybe not the best player on the team, but definitely the leaders and the communicators. I really agreed with you on that. That was a great take.
Yeah,
There's
you know
definitely some
what?
miscommunication.
Yeah, I don't generally follow the coaches, but I wouldn't be shocked if we go back and look that those coaches he hired the first 2 years. Well, we know Gailey was experienced, right? He fired him basically, but not only Gailey, but other coaches that he might have fired. They probably have more experience than this coaching staff right now. I don't know because I don't follow. I don't
Yeah,
really. I'm not big into following coaches. This year, unfortunately, because the team is playing so bad, we have to. We noticed it, but you know,
well,
mhm.
the thing is I know a lot of the fans were raising heck about Gailey, but Gailey had so much experience and his play calling, if you noticed, when we really needed it, he pulled something out of the hat that was just amazing.
Mhm.
And we won again and again. And I think his experience, we're really missing that right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
guys, the Dolphins are so secretive. It's hard. I got on Gailey's case primarily because I'm reading between the lines what he says and all that. And he's never been. To me, you want your coaching staff dedicated. I said it before. There's a problem in sports in general, and I understand why coaches always feel the need to win the game at all costs. Okay,
Yeah.
but in business, and it's got to be in sports, like you have two goals: to win the game, but also improve your team for the future. Your future goals. You're not going to win now, and that's why I was not happy with Gailey because I love Fitz, and now they're saying, and I don't know who to believe anymore. They're saying that Chan Gailey was really upset. It wasn't his idea to move Tua into starting or anything like that, and people say he's a
Probably not.
crybaby. I'm sorry. Okay, Flores did the right thing. The future was never Fitzpatrick. As long as you feel your Tua was ready, and that's debatable whether Tua was ready or not. But
Mhm.
if you feel Tua was ready to take that reins, you do it. Okay, you do it because you're not going anywhere, Fitz. Could Fitz might have got us to the playoffs last year where Tua, yeah, maybe, but you know what? I've been through it when we were embarrassed in the playoffs before, right?
You know what though,
What
Larry?
would happen?
Add
He
to that,
takes us
to
there.
add to
We
that,
lose
Larry. You know
52-7.
what?
Yeah,
If they would have never put Tua in and Tua would have just started this season,
hmm
Tua would not be getting the hate that he's getting right now.
probably.
I don't know.
Everybody would say,
I
"Oh, he's a
swear, I
rookie.
think
He's a rookie."
Unfortunately, this is the thing. I remember saying this on TD's platform before the season started, and we were talking about this is 2 years ago, so it's the beginning of 2020. I remember we were making predictions of what we thought as far as Tua. Everyone was saying, remember our bye week was supposed to be like on the 11th week,
Hmm.
right after the Jets game, I believe,
Hmm.
and then we were gonna have a bye, and everyone's saying that's a perfect opportunity to start the kid. And I said, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what Greer thinks. Listen, this is my opinion. It doesn't matter what Greer thinks. Doesn't matter what Flores thinks. If if the time is right and Ross feels like this kid is gonna go in, he's gonna make sure he puts pressure for this kid to go in. Unfortunately, we developed. We were I think 3-3, right? I believe,
Hmm.
or 3-2, something like that last
yeah,
season.
yeah,
And he saw it as a perfect opportunity. I think Ross got a little bit of the experience of when he got into the last moments of the Jets game, where we're already blowing them out, and Tua came in, threw I think about 2 to 3 plays. The crowd went wild. He just saw cash in his eyes, and he said, "This is a perfect opportunity. Bring this kid in," and he ended up winning the Rams game. I mean, it wasn't him, but it was the special teams and defense. But he was able to pick up that victory,
Right.
and I think this was an opportunity that they did not see coming. They did not see that coming. They wanted to wait, but I think Ross he put heavy pressure, and this is my opinion. He put heavy influence, heavy pressure. He saw ticket sales, he saw jersey sales, he saw the time was right. They were going to move over the bye week, and he says, "You know what? Put this kid in now." Do I agree with it? No. And I'm a Tua fan. I'm a giant Tua fan. Do I agree with it? I don't agree with it. I know he was injured. I know they were telling us he was not injured. He was still recovering. He really didn't have no training camp. If you wanted to ease him in at the end of every game, even if we were getting blown out, even if the game was well, I won't say the game is close. You're gonna stick with Fitzpatrick. But if you're getting blown out or you're winning by a lot, stick the kid in there. Just give him some experience. But that's the most I would have done. That's the utmost I would have done with the kid. I would have let him sit, read this offense, get to know your players. Because one thing that, look, Pete, I'm sorry Pete is not here, and I hate to bring up people when they're not here, but Pete always says Fitzpatrick moved the offense. He was able to move this team, we're not going to get into the Chan Gailey stuff because we all know about that. But let's not forget that Fitzpatrick played with most of these guys the season before. So he had some continuity with them, and he got some experience with them, and he was able to go into this season. If you guys remember, the season before we got Tua, Fitzpatrick was like voted captain. He was happy. Everything was hoorah. Everyone was having a great time. We were losing, but hey, the team got around Fitzpatrick, and they loved the guy, and he comes into the season, and when you just bench him, that affects the team because now everyone's like, okay, we're not ready for Tua, and what's wrong with Fitzpatrick? You get what I mean? But the thing is, I was frustrated. I was frustrated because I'll never forget that. Was it the second game that we played Seattle? And we couldn't even get into the. We couldn't score a touchdown. I think we kicked like 5 field goals.
Yeah,
I was
5 times
frustrated.
in the red zone, 5 times in. That's the one game that I highlighted why one of the reasons they went there, because people out there were saying Fitz was having this great year. He wasn't.
No.
Okay, he wasn't. He probably cost us 2 games: the Seattle game, and veteran quarterback just hanging on to his read off the line of scrimmage and not look at the whole field. Just because he knows how to do it doesn't mean you execute it. There's a reason why he's a
Right.
backup
That's why he's a
quarterback.
backup. That's why he's a backup quarterback.
Right, he cost us the Seattle game. Period. End of story. 5
I
times,
said,
and I saw it. I could see it when I'm watching the play happen. 2 times with the same player, Gesicki. Right, his favorite player, by the way. All the routes are going to the right side of the end zone, and Seattle's flowing that way. Gesicki's coming to the opposite side, one-on-one. And one time he was really open. But he never even looked that way. Never.
No.
Oh, he loved Isaiah Ford.
King Mill says this team has no energy. Fitz used to rally the troops. I wish Tua brought that energy. Well, the fact of the matter is,
I don't think they've given him a chance.
yeah, if you look and you kind of pay attention, he kind of takes control of that offense when he's on the field.
He does.
He really does. Maybe not as good as Brady, but I mean, you got to think.
Yeah.
As long as he's been in the NFL, he's definitely doing it.
Well, one thing about the Seattle game is the refereeing in that game was horrendous. It was so bad. I don't feel like Fitz lost it. I feel like the referees took it because there was some bad stuff.
I won't
That
say
game,
it wasn't bad reffing.
I was furious.
Yeah, I get you. It was bad reffing, and it was bad reffing every game. So
Every game, exactly.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, I don't take that take. 5 times in the red zone. No, that's not the refereeing that kept you out. All he needed was that one goddamn touchdown out of those 5 field goals. We would have won the game.
Wouldn't we love one of those field goals now, though? Wouldn't we love? I mean, like, what the heck happened to our stinking field goals? But to Batman's point about the owner, so the perfect example of an owner getting in over his head where he should just sit back and look pretty is Jerry Jones.
Mm-hmm.
If Jerry Jones would have shut up and let Parcells do his job that season, the Cowboys would have had an Super Bowl, but no, because they chose what's his name, the receiver, Chad, not Chad, the other guy, uh, over Parcells. And that was the year Parcells came to us. But Parcells had the Cowboys set up for a Super Bowl, and they would have won it. But Jerry Jones put his nose in it. And you look at all these years where the Cowgirls, as I like to call them, have been set up. They've got the money, they've got the players, but then they hire a little puppet coach who listens to Jerry Jones. Owners getting in saying how football goes is wrong, and Ross needs to stick his nose out.
Yeah, I agree.
I
It's his
agree.
team. It's his money. You gotta do something about it.
I
Yeah.
agree. Yep. I think that in all reality, I think that Ross might have told Flo something, which is why I think that defense was so good against the Bills. I think maybe Ross actually told Flo something like, "Hey, what's going on? You're looking real bad. You promised me a lot of things, and you're kind of going backwards here, buddy." And I
Our
think that
defense
that's why
looked
it came out
like
that.
our defense did last season. It looked like the defense we all knew existed. I
Mhm.
mean, I don't know who said something, but somebody needed to.
I think you said something about this, Pamela. I think it was on Steven's show a few months back. I heard you say it, and obviously, looking back in retrospect, that's what seems like it's going on right now. There's definitely some internal issues going on with Flores. There's something that he's dealing with, and unfortunately, we're not going to know what it is unless he gets fired or the team turns around next season. But we might not know what's going on, and something is brewing. We just don't know. It's not coming to the light. But if it's a personal issue, I mean, I just hope he gets through it. I hope he's able to move forward, and he has to put his big boy pants on and just coach his team. And at the end of the day, he just seems like he knows what's gonna happen. He knows like the season's over. He you don't want to see that from your coach. This is your leader. This is your leader. He
I
looks
agree.
defeated. He looks defeated.
He does. But I think my opinion, and this is just me thinking, out of my own head, is that I believe that Greer is the problem. And so there was a article out of the Sun Sentinel, and it was posted, and that article talked about the number of years that Greer went back with the Miami Dolphins as a scout, ahead of the scouts and all this. So way back, he went, and he's been with the Dolphins doing all this. And then how they were recruiting from the West. So the scouts that he hired were guys that were familiar with the players from the West Coast.
Yep.
Big
And
Ten.
you look at some and Pac-12 and all that, which is not where Florida is the state that has the players. Florida is where you should be recruiting. Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Miami, all these places. We're the ones with all the players in the college teams all over the country.
Mhm.
Yep.
Why are
Yep.
you on the West Coast?
Let me interject with that real quick because I've been hearing a lot of um, you know who's to blame and all this, and it's all definitely interesting topic. I think I saw the last video that Miami Football Talk did, and I liked a lot of the opinions that were there. And to be honest, looking at all the games this year, there's a lot of people to blame. Um, Not just Greer, Flo, Ross, um, letting things get to how they got to. Players too, special teams. Special teams has been terrible. No one's really talking about it. Special
Mm.
teams usually is the glue to
Yep.
most of our success, and they've been non-existent this year.
Yep.
Nowhere to be found. Flo. Flo took a step back and it hurt us. Taking that step back, letting Josh Boyer call the plays. I'm sure he wasn't trying to get away from the Amoeba defense. If that's the case, I don't understand why, with most of all your defensive players coming back. It doesn't make sense. That was where our success was, third downs. Last game against the Bills, I agree. Someone earlier said Flo definitely called the plays. You could definitely see he called the plays. Xavier Howard came out and basically said it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what he said today?
So, I think a few days ago.
Okay.
I think
So
he
they got
said it
back to what they
yesterday,
do best.
maybe day before yesterday, but he definitely put him on the spot. Flo had to come back and say the things that they usually say, but um, a lot of issues. Chris Greer, the moves he's done since finally coming out as a decision maker. Um, some have been good, very very less amount has been good than they've missed. Jonathan Taylor will be our running back right now.
Yeah.
That to me doesn't sit well. Jonathan Taylor right now will be our running back.
Let me ask you a
And
question because I don't want to cut you off, so I'll let you finish. But I just wanted to say something. I agree with you to the most part, and I think Larry's wants to say something on it because Larry's been getting a lot of this feedback lately about Chris Greer's draft history, and it hasn't been too bad. I do agree with Larry. Now, one thing I will say that I do appreciate Greer is the hunger that he has to get draft picks. Now, what he does with them is something else, but I do like the fact that he's very aggressive and he won't lose in a trade. I do like that. But as far as the decision making after you get the picks, I agree with you. So sorry to cut you off, Miami
no,
Sports.
no worries, man, no worries. But yeah,
That is
like I said, he's had a few good moves he's done, but then it's just not consistent. The outcome, what comes out of that, doesn't manifest into what is being said or what we think is going to happen. So another thing, when we drafted Tua, one thing that upsets me when we drafted Tua, I think everybody knew that we had to build around Tua, especially coming back from an injury with the hip.
Hmm.
I think before the season started, we were still in off-season mode, Larry. I don't know if you remember, man. We were talking about what moves we should get. I think we played GM.
Yeah.
And we're our veteran linemen.
Nope.
You know what, Miami sports fanatic? I just calls me every time I watch the Chargers play.
Hmm.
Who were
Lindsey
two
in the
guys I
middle.
said the Dolphins should have got?
Corey
Linsley,
Linsley, right in the
and
middle.
then Ronnie Reef was
Yep.
like a third option,
Where,
right?
where's our veteran lineman?
Yeah, imagine those two here now
Where's
instead of San
running back?
Diego. Justin Herbert would be flat on his back most of the time.
Where's our running back? Look at Justin Herbert. He's like Josh Allen right now. 3.5, 4 seconds to throw. Almost every down.
Frustrates me.
Where's our running back? Where's our running back?
Good.
Don't get me wrong, Miles Gaskin isn't bad.
Yeah,
But
he's pretty good.
Run
he's a good number two.
or get rid
Yeah.
of it, of course.
He
he's
shouldn't be.
not up the middle. He's not the up the middle guy. Yeah.
He's not our number one. And I get it. Everyone wants to do the 1-2 punch now with the league, with the running backs. You can see it. Look at Cleveland Browns, but we don't have a number one. So my issues with Greer is that those have been my issues. Now, back to Flo. This was not the year to take a step back. That's why, to me, he gets a lot of the blame when it comes to his coaching staff. It was not the year to let Josh Boyer make play calls, especially knowing that you have 3 offensive coordinators. Even if you don't, let's say you don't have 3, you have 2. You still got 2 offensive coordinators that are young, never done it. Not young, but inexperienced in the position. Godsey, yeah, he probably did it for Houston, but the place he did in Houston, I don't see him here. I don't see him here. You see teams every week load up on the box against us. Every week.
Yeah, but Miami sports fanatics, you cannot gloss over it. Okay,
I
the
agree
offense was
with him.
doomed to fail with this bad offensive.
Bro, let me finish, Larry, before I'll forget. Let me finish. So every team loads the box against us, and we're still telling Tua to throw 5 to 10, 15-yard throws with the box being loaded, and we're throwing screens. We're Like it's not there. Tua's premeditating his throws. You could tell he's looking at his receivers. He's looking at where he wants to go. He's learning. I get it. He's young. I have a feeling he's gonna get it. Some of the things that I think make a good quarterback, he seems to have it, which is pocket presence, awareness,
Hmm.
mechanics.
Agree 100%.
Mechanics are sound. Um, my issue is a lot of man, and I hate to say it, Chris Greer and coaching and players. I'm sorry. How do you not know? Yeah, the playbook is new. How do you not know by week 8 where to line up? How do you not know where to line up?
That's
How
all
many times?
coaching. It's all coaching.
But it has to fall on. So yeah, coaching. If it's not, so how many different ways can you get the answer in a math problem?
Hmm.
Right? Many different ways. If they're not getting the message a certain way, or the teaching or the coaching you're providing to try and show them what to do in this particular play, or even the you know whatever it is, like the names, so whatever, try to dumbify it somewhere, try to water it down. These players, it's either the players that we have are dumb as rock, and I hate to think that's the case,
Mhm.
or they're just not trying to say the answer in a different way.
You know what I'm thinking though, and this is goes back to what you were saying as far as the coaching. You know where I feel like we took the biggest step back, and it's player development. And I feel like we take too long. We take way too long to develop these players. Look at Wilkins. He's on his what, third year,
No,
and
Wilkins fine.
what I'm saying, but he's finally showing signs 3 years later. And the thing
Well,
is,
you
the
know
way,
what, Matt? Can I ask you a question?
yeah,
Who's the fault of that?
coaching.
And who's
Coaching.
we been blamed all along?
Coaching.
Coaching.
Coaching. But that's what I'm saying. It's a
Yeah, I
key
know.
word. It's player development. And
Yeah.
we take too long. And this is the thing. Unfortunately, and I keep saying this, but people don't understand. Unfortunately, we live in a city where there's a lot of pressure from the fan base. You understand? And
Fact.
the fan base wants to see us win. And that's granted. It's been what, 20 something, 25 years since we've had a successful season. So my question is, if we can be patient, because the thing is, everybody, and this is what frustrates me. And Cap, if you can speak on this, please speak on this. We got to see Tannehill, and I like Tannehill. Okay, I like Tannehill. We gave him 7 years, and I'm a Tannehill fan. I like the kid. Unfortunately, we never gave him the offensive line, and we gave him a running back. Ajayi got hurt, then Calais Campbell took his knees out. But if it wasn't for that, Tannehill probably would have taken us against the Steelers, and we would have made some noise. But let's
Mhm.
say
And
let's take
we,
all of that back. That was a
and,
unit.
Another thing that
and
people
we
don't
import
realize,
for Tannehill.
and let me say this, another thing that people don't realize, they want to put a lot of blame on Greer, but it's not Greer's job to develop a player. It's Greer's job to get a player.
It
So
goes
if he
back.
gets a
Right, but
player,
I blame Greer. This is why I blame Greer though, because Greer likes to draft these players, whether it's Greer or Flores together, whatever mutual interest they have for players. They like to draft players that they can feel like they can develop, and then they can feel they can do more than one position. Why not take a for sure thing? A guy that's a right tackle. Why don't you take the right tackle? Don't
okay,
get me a right tackle and play him at left
so
tackle. You
let's
get me?
put some facts out. I'm gonna give you some facts right now on that. Okay,
Yeah.
Greer brought in a bunch of offensive linemen this year. Okay, like I forgot that guy that has the weird name or whatever
Illuminor.
that nobody can pronounce.
Illuminor.
Illuminor,
Jermaine
yeah.
Hmm.
Illuminor.
Jermaine Illuminor. He brought in a bunch of different offensive linemen that whoever that was coaching and analyzing these players said, "Oh, they're not good enough." They got rid of them, and they're doing fantastic with their own teams. So
The
Greer
I
brought
got
in good
back.
players
But
that
can,
can do the job, but our coaching threw them out.
They're
mhm.
evaluating. They're bad talent
So let
evaluating.
me
You see
let
what I'm
me
saying? So I don't think that Greer has a lot to blame with this. I think it's the other
No,
coaching that does, not
yeah,
Greer.
guys.
there's a
And
lot
you
of shit.
and you guys hitting on first of all, none of us sitting there know because we're not there. We don't know exactly what's going on, but I know what a general manager should do, right? We're blaming Greer for the free agents. Wait a second, he brought in free agents last year that helped this team win 10-6, like Van Noy, like Eric Flowers, like who's the linebacker that was here and then they cut again? We kept Riley, but we cut the other one. That shouldn't have been cut.
The one from the Eagles,
Yeah, Cougar Hill.
Gruger Hill.
Okay, all did their jobs. Okay, yeah, I granted Van Noy was a disappointment for the dollars we paid. The dollars we paid, not as a player. He was playing most of the year with a bad hip, and people forget that. And of
Yep.
course, Eric Flowers didn't live up to his contract. But I pointed out back then, Eric Flowers was still practically brand new to being a guard.
Larry, but
Only-
always a
and
Jerome Baker
no,
away
no, hold
from
on, but let me finish, okay? So hold on. So who was responsible for cutting these players and then bringing these other players that came in? Was that Greer or was that Flores says I don't want these players?
That's Flores.
That's
I would
Flores.
think it'd be Flores, yeah,
That's
because
Flores.
we had those players back. We wouldn't be talking like this today. Flores says I don't want these players.
That's Flores.
Yeah.
That's
I would
Flores.
think it'd be Flores, yeah,
That's
because
Flores.
we had those players.
There, you got cut off. We can't hear you.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
speaking.
Something happened here.
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing I wanted to bring up Miami Sports Fanatic about what he was saying about oh, my brain's going dead.
He was talking
So-
about the Greer, and then he touched on Flores.
No, about special teams. About special teams not showing up. So I thought, especially this past Sunday, that special teams looked great, with the exception of Sanders. Like they were covering, they were getting downfield, they looked really good. But Sanders, like, what's going on with the Colonel? I mean, oh my gosh, he was money, and now he's missing
He got his paycheck.
extra points. What the heck?
Jay Sanders not the only one. Austin Jackson on special teams. Incorrect positioning on his feet.
Yeah,
Sorry, our coaching staff didn't. I'm sorry. You allow Austin Jackson to go back out there in crucial field goal position to do the same thing he did so that they could block the field goal. I mean, they planned for it. You could see it on the replay. And I don't know. It's just who's coaching special teams.
I don't know that I felt like special teams was really aggressive in their play, which I liked. Like they seemed really pumped up and ready to go. And when they made a good play, they were all in it. There was lots of heart, lots of feeling, which, we've not seen a lot of this season. I also felt like, X has let us down a lot. Like he's getting blown out, and you're not telling me that guy's getting blown out because those people are better than him. He's
Nope.
getting blown out because he's not in it.
I blame everybody. Players, coaching staff, GM. Everybody has a blame in the pot. Everyone has a blame in the pot.
Even Tua. And listen, I'm a Tua supporter, and even Tua gets blamed for this.
Tua last game showed to me he can't throw all over the field.
Yeah.
He can't.
He
However,
Yep.
I am gonna say
How about the seconds he's getting to throw the ball? How about that?
that's another thing. But I want to get into that too because that chart came out. Everybody saw that chart during the game.
Mm-hmm.
One name I saw was Tom Brady, and he has the same amount of seconds, but how many yards does he have? Right?
Way more. Yeah.
Right? So I've watched Tom Brady play 2.5 seconds, and he can still throw it downfield. So, the play calling is different. They do have better weapons. They have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. They got tight
Brady's
end.
also arguably the greatest quarterback of all time too.
So, but that's the same amount of seconds, right? So the issue is not that he doesn't have time to throw it downfield. The issue is that either he doesn't trust himself. He said he doesn't want to play hero ball. He doesn't have that confidence to throw it up there and see if his receivers could make a play on it, or they're not calling those plays. Because how is it that on a 4th and 15 or something like that, you chuck a ball down to Mike Gesicki, and there's separation, and he has a lead to keep going downfield. So I mean, something's going on there. I have a feeling that offensive coaching is a big issue. The plays the plays aren't beneficial to nobody on the field. Nobody knows where to line up again.
Which is
No,
ridiculous. This
Right.
isn't Pop Warner. What the heck?
Right.
take a
I agree.
timeout. They take a timeout before being called for an illegal formation. Right after the timeout, they're doing the same thing again. You have Mike Gesicki jumping up and down, and they're
Mhm.
doing the same thing again. So um, there's
Exactly.
there's a lot of issues here going on, man, and this is
Yeah.
there's a lot of things to fix. You need a legit offensive coordinator. You need a linebacker. I've always knew we were a Jerome Baker away from being exposed in the linebacking core. You need that number one running back, a thumper that can take it
Mhm.
down the middle, and even if he falls, he gives you an extra 3 yards.
Mhm.
You need receivers. Devontae Parker dropping crucial passes too.
That
Mhm.
right there, Miami sports fanatic. That right there. If Parker's on the field, not hurt, he is money.
What
What
about Fuller?
happened?
What about Fuller? We haven't even seen him yet. It's just frustrating.
Doesn't want
Well,
to play.
what you're saying about Parker, that's huge.
You can't tell me that with a fractured finger. I've seen receivers with fractured fingers. They come back even as a decoy with a cast in their hand. You're gonna tell me Fuller doesn't have the mentality to say, you know what? I'm gonna put a cast in my hand and I'm gonna be out there. Don't pass.
Not only that, but you're a free agent at the end of this year. If you want to continue getting that paycheck, you wanna come back. Show the NFL. If you don't want to show the Dolphins, don't show the Dolphins, but show the NFL you got what it takes. Even you come back and play injured and prove it to another team that you're worth another $10 to $12 million contract. And
And
he's not
that and,
doing that.
and that
Great
signing right
point.
there to me, I blame Greer.
Me too.
I have to
I
blame,
like
I,
that. I like that signing, and I know Big John and Pete. What's going on, guys? I know Big John's gonna touch on Fuller, but I agree with that signing, and I loved it. I loved it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I loved the signing because it finally showed effort that this team wanted to improve the receiving corps,
Right.
and
Plus,
then
a
we
reason.
doubled up with Waddle in the draft, and I was like, okay, we're taking the steps. At least we're improve the offense. That for
Yeah.
me was a success.
I didn't have a problem with the Will Fuller signing. I get it; he's injury prone, but they only signed it for 10 million, 1 year deal. And generally, you're right. Players like that will be really hyped up to have a great year entering a free agent.
Hmm.
So I didn't mind that gamble per se with Will Fuller. It wasn't a big gamble. My problem was that was the only big ticket free agent they signed. And we know 10 million, add another 3 million on top of that. You got Corey Linsley.
Hmm.
And even if Fuller's healthy, I don't think he would have had the impact on this team that Linsley would have had if he was on
Nope,
this team.
not at all.
Even if he was healthy and
Even
contributing.
if we didn't get Waddle, Lindsey would have still made an impact. Like he
Yeah.
still would have made an impact on this offense
Across
because
the
he
board.
helps. Not only that, he helps the guards. So we always talked about this before the season. You plug in a listen. This is the key word that I think Miami you were preaching on. We were talking about Greer and drafting, and we take too long to develop these players. But you know what's frustrating when you look at the roster from your receiving core to your linemen to your corners to your safety to your linebackers, and you look all across the team. How many players can you give me with one hand that you can tell me they're bona fide stars that they can still go to another team and be a star? Isn't that frustrating?
Yeah, very.
I
Big
probably
John, are
name
you
you
in a
two.
disco? You look like you're in
You
a
know,
disco. The
Hey,
flashing
guys,
lights.
I
guys,
know, right?
Larry,
Yeah,
Miami
hold on, Pete.
Sports,
Hey, Big John,
Batman,
where you
Pam,
been,
and Big
buddy?
John. Shout out to you guys.
What's
Nah,
going on, Pete? What's going on, Big John?
I'm under the weather. I've been sick. I'm just here watching
You
TV.
sounded too, man.
I'm over
No
here watching
disco?
TV. No, no, not really. No, 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 not yet.
Let me tell you what's
But yeah,
frustrating as a Dolphin fan. But go ahead, Big John, whenever you guys ready. I know you were talking to Pam.
um, no, no. The most frustrating part here is not. To me, I said this to Larry. I said it to Angel. I said it on Larry's channel. I've said it on every channel. It's not even. It's not even the free agency because that is a decision you make or don't make. Okay, that's a crapshoot. You take a shot. You got Will Fuller. He could take a top off a defense. He even though he hasn't played, he is a weapon because when he's on the field, he dictates defense. That's the reason why Patrick Mahomes has had a shitty year because Patrick Mahomes used to have Sammy Watkins on the outside taking a double team, giving him Tyreek Hill one on one across the middle, and that's a mismatch every day of the week. And he doesn't have that.
I disagree.
Not
Sammy
even
But
Watkins has never double teamed over Tariq Hill. What really happened to Pat Mahomes is the same thing that's happening here. Their offensive line sucks this year. They had injuries. They decided to go with two rookies, and the rookies are playing like rookies. And they're Pat
Harry,
Mahomes has
offensive line is trash, man.
both our lines are trash right now. KC and Miami.
I saw him play against.
I don't think I agree with that.
Yeah.
10
No.
seconds.
Have you been watching the KC game and seen how Pat
I
Mahomes?
saw him play.
You don't even have to watch the Super Bowl. Just watch the games this year.
I
Super
played
Bowl man was really trash.
against the Giants, and he had like 10 seconds to throw.
Here's the
Hey,
problem, Larry.
Miami sports.
Here-
I always
Larry,
get annoyed
here's
with
the
that. People
problem.
take one play that he had 10 seconds. Like every single pass play, he's got 10
Yeah,
seconds.
but this is the
One play
problem,
doesn't
Larry.
make a line. Yeah, Pete.
And I forgot. This is the problem with Mahomes right now. He's playing the game like Ryan Fitzpatrick on every single play.
What does
He
that mean?
doesn't just want to say hike, here's the first read, take what the defense gives you. That's if he does that, Larry, his offensive line looks fantastic. Okay? But the problem is he's letting the routes develop. They're calling big down plays, and he's just breaking the pocket. Boom. And he just doesn't really look fast enough like a mobile quarterback like these other guys. He has wheels, but Mahomes isn't really that fast. So, but he just likes to buy time and throw it. He looks like a very fast Brett Favre, if you ask me.
Mahomes-
That's just what I
He
say.
drank his own Kool-Aid.
Mahomes.
He drank his own Kool-Aid because
He's thinking too
it's like they sing his praises so much, and he thinks that it's him when it clearly takes a whole team. Just like the problems with the Dolphins are not Tua's fault. Not that he's not part of it, but
Very-
it's not
Yeah.
on him.
Yeah,
It's a
but
team.
Pam, you know why I blame him? You see what I just finished saying about Mahomes, where he's not
Yes.
there taking the easy stuff. If he could, he'll eat teams alive like that a lot of the time, throwing it down to the running back. He'll do that. But that's what we need from Tua. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, Pam, versus Buffalo. This is the past Sunday. I saw clean pockets from our offensive
I did
line
too.
with
That's what
Tua,
I'm
okay?
saying too.
And then there was times, yes, I agree, there was bad passes. I mean, I saw Robert Hunt whiff a block a few times. I seen Liam Eichenberg. I think he was the only one that allowed a sack, right? Was Eichenberg or Hunt?
scared this past Sunday.
Yeah, so we really didn't give up a lot of sacks. But one thing I don't see from our quarterback, and he said it himself in the interview, which is heartbreaking now. It's heartbreaking, even worse.
No
He
hero.
is not Superman. He doesn't want to extend the play. Maybe he's scared to extend the play. We don't know. His injury came off of a play that he extended, right? So that's that. Look, there was some plays where exactly what he did against that Mississippi State game where he got hurt. That's what he should have done, was scramble to the left, buy a little extra time, and he would have been able to find receivers open. And this is against Buffalo.
But he did extend the plays. I know that's what he said. Sunday, he extended the plays. He ran. He didn't even.
No. What I'm saying, Pam, is you extend the play like like Patrick Mahomes is doing. He's extending the play, staying behind the line of scrimmage, looking downfield, trying to find a receiver.
I got
If Tua is extending a play and he tucks in a run, that means he don't even care. He
let
just
me
wants
say
to-
something, Larry.
Presence, okay?
Larry, yeah.
That's called pocket. One thing Tua has loads of, whether you guys want to believe it or not, is pocket presence.
Pocket presence.
If it wasn't for his
He does.
pocket presence, this
You'd be
team
getting
would
sacked
giving up
left and
30
right.
Sacks, exactly.
Yeah.
By the way, this is annoying because Pete's criticizing Tua for not going outside of the pocket more. Then I'm watching TV earlier in the morning. Is getting all on Tua for going outside the pocket.
Yeah.
Okay, instead
Hate
of
it.
staying in the pocket.
You're
It's
looking like Russell a little
wow.
bit there. You're going back and forth.
I know, right?
Well, this is
He
like I said.
actually looks really good and has improved. The one thing I didn't see from him on Sunday, which I blame completely on all the Watson talk and all the upheaval that's going on, is he looked a little uncertain with his passing arm. people were calling it noodle arm. I wouldn't say it was noodle arm. We did see him make a really nice pass downfield, but he looked less certain. Exactly. He looked less certain
Well,
in his
Pablo,
throwing.
that's why the offense has to throw deep passes to
Exactly.
To make the defense play safe.
Yeah, Tua is one of those accurate pinpoint passers, right?
Yes, it is.
He doesn't need that to play 10 yards off the receiver, but you can't be on top of the receiver. Look, a couple of times he threw to a safety valve, the running back, 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. You're not supposed to have a quarterback or a linebacker right there with him. Usually they're downfield a few yards and get up a few yards.
Like Miami
But
Sports said, they're stacking the box. They're stacking the box.
And what stops that? What stops that?
One is injuries, and two is play calling.
Shut downfield.
Listen,
You don't even have to be accurate.
Chang
Just
Gates
do it.
had Tua throwing bombs last year.
Guys,
let me ask you guys a
I only
question.
saw one time.
But this year, there's
Let me
no.
ask you guys a question. Let me ask you guys a question. When was the last time we had a 100-yard rusher for us?
I think it was wasn't it? No, it was last year. Didn't we get Slapman?
Oh yeah,
last
we
year.
had the speedster. What's his name?
Why are teams stacking the box if we don't even have a
Because
threat
they
at running back?
throw 5 to 10 yards, bro, and the play caller doesn't understand that yet, and he still hasn't changed the scheme of this offense.
All right, let me
I
add
agree
to this.
with
Can
that
I say
answer
something?
100%.
I've been trying to say this for a minute now.
Tua gets pressure on him. He can't take control because there's no receivers for him to throw to.
Exactly. So that goes back to what I want to say. Listen, when we haven't had Fuller yet. We haven't had Parker yet.
I hope that we never even use Fuller. I hope he just.
Why are we starting Preston Williams that dropped like 5 passes 2 games?
Oh my gosh, I know.
Jeez,
Exactly.
Drops the passes.
Listen, but if you can run Waddle and just make him go long, and then you have Gesicki attacking the middle of the field, or you got Parker going long, you need to make the defense play safe. Everyone stacks the box.
Hold on. Miami Sports Fanatics, you're breaking up.
Somebody has a bad mic. I think it's you, Chachi.
Yeah, they're not calling those plays, man. They're not calling those plays because if you're the offensive coordinator and you see that your quarterback's not taking those shots, you tell him, hey, Tua, I don't care. Throw a gimmick long pass, even if it's 10 yards over. Hey, that already sends a message.
Yeah. You know what, guys?
You don't have to connect. It was the whole reason my most hated Miami Dolphin player, what's the kid's name? I couldn't stand him. From Ohio State, the wide receiver.
The one that I compared to Jalen Waddle to again.
Oh my gosh, I hated that guy. That's the only Dolphin player I ever trashed. That's the only one.
Get ready for Jalen Waddle.
Only one, Pamela?
No, I love Waddle. I love Waddle.
Waddle's not afraid to get hit.
Patrick,
Waddle's doing what the coaches are telling him to do. I'm sorry. You can't Waddle line up on the boundary and go deep.
Well, Miami, that's the one play I want to see them. I want to see Waddle
break the top off
on one side of the field.
They're not telling him to.
Hold on, let me finish. Then sprint across the other side of the field and set up as a boundary off the line of scrimmage. Not on the line because if you get caught in a press, you have to deal with it. But on the line of scrimmage and just take off. And you know what? Just throw it like he did in Alabama. Just throw it deep. But no,
they can't.
Exactly.
They cannot throw the ball deep. There's no way that they can throw the ball deep. He doesn't have enough time in the pocket to be able to throw the ball deep. And secondly, he doesn't have receivers to be able to get that ball.
I disagree with you, man, because look, I disagree because we can't continue to say he doesn't have time. I'm not putting that blame on Tua. The plays are just not there for it to happen. So look, again, I said it before. Tom Brady, 2.55 seconds to throw the ball. Tua, 2.55.
That's not every game, though.
It don't matter. You line up.
There's some games that see Tom Brady, he gets 4 to 5 seconds, man. I'm not gonna lie. I see it plain in sight.
They have that chart, so they're measuring it. They're somehow measuring it. So if that's the case, even if you do only have 2.5 seconds or less, because I think as soon as Tua gets the ball, there's pressure there on his lap at times. But regardless.
Man,
Just check it up, man. If it's not going to connect, it don't matter. The defense is
That's
going
right.
to back up.
Okay,
I,
so let
That's
me
I
right.
ask you a
spoke
question.
up.
So let
Yeah.
me ask you a question. Wait a
Hey,
minute.
hold
Wait
on.
a
I
minute.
misspoke. Can I address what you said before? Sorry. Of course, the offensive line has a lot of trouble. But you know what I said? If you let the defense dictate to you, you lost already. What's our record with the
I,
defense sticking to our offense? When, and you know what? There's a way of throwing deep without needing a whole lot of time. It's called a fly right off the bat,
That's
where
it.
Tua just lets it go and you don't got Waddle. You got Waddle. My God, the guy can run under almost anything.
There,
When we
Yeah.
played
there,
Alabama,
but Larry,
all he
let me
did was
explain
drop
something
back
to
and
you.
let it go deep and let
Larry, let me
Waddle
explain
get
something
under
to
it.
you. When the defense is not scared of the receivers because you only have two that are reliable, Gasecki
That's bull.
and Waddle. There's
Bull.
nobody
No,
else that's reliable to
that,
be able to catch a ball that's
no,
going that
no,
far.
no, that's a lot of
Order
bull.
when he's on the field.
But they're not afraid of deep pass.
yeah,
Listen,
they're not. They're,
I
They're not
wanna,
throwing it.
That's
I
because
wanna,
we can throw it.
I want to
Yeah.
address.
Actually,
I want to address. My girlfriend in the comment section, Dana. She's talking about. She's on point though. We got to use Gasecki more. I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know if we don't want to pay him. I don't know what it is that we don't. We're not using this kid. He's
we're
our
not.
best receiver.
We're not using anybody right now. We're not using anybody right now. These offensive coordinators don't know what to do with these guys. Because even if I promise defenses are not scheming, you know what? It's an opinion. Sorry, I can't say I promise. Defenses are not scheming us based off our receivers. There's no way. They know for the last 8 games, our quarterback, Tua, they've been telling him to throw from 5 to 10 yards.
Yeah.
And guess what? Guess what? We have no running back. So when you have no running back, they're gonna load the box and they're gonna dare you to do anything else.
not
So
only are look,
Well,
look,
Miami
Miami
Sports, that's
sports.
what we've been
I
saying
agree
all
with you.
along. Yeah,
Listen,
they
we've been
disrespect us.
hold on,
Okay.
Larry. Larry, hold on, because I agree with him. But what the problem is, not only are they stacking the box, but they're playing the inside a lot too. They're inside heavy. Okay, they're undercutting our routes. They're daring Tua to throw it. They're daring him.
Let me
But
say
that's
something right now. Let me
we're,
let me throw this out there. Why don't we? And I know this is what everybody's been preaching on the last couple of weeks, but it's just frustrating how we spread we do that spread offense, and we go away from the RPO, and we do that spread offense at the end of the game when we're getting destroyed, when we're getting killed, and then we just want Tua to make a miracle. My question is, why can't we play like that from the beginning of the game? Even if you want to run the ball from time to time, why can't we play like that?
hallelujah, 1000%.
And
Hello.
and Batman,
Yes.
I've said that on Larry's show as well.
uh,
That's
against
the like
Jaguars,
to me, like listen to this, like, and tell me if it makes sense. There's certain players, and this is me in basketball. In basketball, I wasn't the best player, but for some reason, at some points, once you just gave me the ball and I start shooting and I make one, boom, I'm making two, I'm making three, because now I get in that rhythm. I feel
That momentum.
comfortable now. You know what I'm saying? Tua might be that guy, but if he's already throwing like 40 something passes a game, but it feels like you're just not letting him do it. That's just
well,
like, I
that's
don't
a
know.
point.
And when I say you're not letting him do it, I'm gonna go back to the Ryan Tannehill days when the coaches here were not letting Ryan Tannehill run the ball because they wanted to focus
For
and
5 years.
program him inside the pocket. They wanted him to do a 3-step or a 5-step. Do not run. They were forcing this the same way Ron Rivera did Cam Newton. We were doing all of this, and we just always how do you like robot a player?
It
Take him
was a
away from
robot.
what he could. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect.
Let these guys
Perfect
run.
description.
Do you guys remember that Jacksonville Jaguars game? I mean, it was a couple games ago.
Yeah.
Did anybody notice how they took the ball away from Tua in that game?
Yeah.
Yes.
They had
Did,
Tied his hand.
did anybody
Focus on
notice?
it.
How do you tell me on the first half Tua is cooking? He has 206 yards passing. And he ends the game, what was it, 326?
Mm-hmm.
How did that happen?
Well, good question.
Second
Play
half
caller.
adjustments,
Well,
probably. I mean, it depends what
They,
game you're
they,
talking about.
they only let Tua throw 8 times in the third quarter.
I don't even believe it was adjustments by the Jags. I believe like for some reason we just get away, we stop the run game, and I'm saying Gaskin. I love Gaskins. I think he is amazing. He gets us yards when we need yards, but we're taking the ball out of Tua's hands and tying it just like we did Tannehill's hands. You can't tie the man's hands. Let him change. And we did see this on Sunday. We did see him change in the play at the line finally. And I don't think it's because he couldn't. I think it's because they said he shouldn't.
I don't think. I think two of this game was rattled. I mentally, there was too many mistakes I saw him did. He didn't even know. There was times he was so in the zone that he was just so worried about pre-snap reads that Gasecki had to wait until the last second to line up for the receivers that were wrong. For Tua didn't catch that. For him not to, he wasn't looking around. He was too worried. I have a feeling that Tua was too in his head this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think he was. I think you're right.
you're right too, the young quarterback, but it looked like it.
Well,
It
guys,
looked like it.
guys, I
everybody
want
hit
to
that
hold
like
on, guys,
button.
hold on, back because I gotta leave. Okay, it's my last statement. Okay, in my last show, right? I love Tua. Okay, I believe he's gonna be a franchise quarterback. An elite quarterback, I don't know, but a franchise quarterback that could take you to the Super Bowl, yeah. Oh well, he needs the right players. Well, every team needs the right players to win. Okay,
Everything you
there's
know.
only 4 elite quarterbacks, and they don't go to the Super Bowl every year. So, but this is my point. I agree. Everybody got on Kaseki in the press, right? Nobody got on Tua. That's Tua. Why is Kaseki the one that's pointed it out? That's Tua's responsibility. That's why a quarterback has to learn the playbook 100%, not because of what his plays, but he has to know what every other player's play in the offense, so make sure they're in the right position. That
What
was
are you
Tua's
talking
fault.
about,
And
Larry?
then the 2 botched times at the red zone, one that went over the fumble. Okay, and then who else I blame before I blame Kaseki and nobody out there is blaming?
No, man, that was on the
Hold on,
line.
you know who else? Who else? The other person I blame before I
Tua.
blame Kaseki? No, I
Tua.
already said Tua. Who's the other person?
Waddle?
No, Flores. Any coach seeing the players were in disarray in a critical time, what do?
Timeout.
Timeout. Where the hell was Flores?
And they did it twice.
And they did
Twice.
twice, man. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And Larry,
Yes.
Guys, I'm
Larry.
sorry, Pete. I gotta go, buddy.
No, but
Listen,
listen,
guys.
before you go,
Right.
Larry, remember I complained about that, about
Yeah.
Flores? We never, but what I said on your show, Larry, was we never use our timeouts in the first half. It seems like we always go into halftime and we have all 3 timeouts. I
And you
hate
can't
that, bro.
pocket them. You
Yeah.
I
can't
hate that.
pocket them.
I don't
You
You
know
know
can't
what I'm
if
bank
I
saying?
them.
see that,
You
but
don't
yeah.
get 6 after.
Yeah.
I just,
Guys,
I just dislike that.
gonna let you know I have my show tomorrow at 3 and Saturday. My Bring Your Own Bottle Saturday. I'm not sure I'm gonna have that show. I got a family function. I don't know what time I'll get back. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you, Chachi. Welcome back, buddy.
Welcome back, Chachi. Hey, hit that like button, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye, Larry. So I gotta go too. And I just want to say I'm not sure who's gonna be at the game this Sunday. Okay, Batman.
Me and Dana will be there.
Okay, look for me because I'm gonna be there. I'm the
Are you going to the event on Saturday?
Saturday. Yes, my husband and I will both be there.
We'll be there.
And I can't wait to meet you guys.
Yeah.
And so just love the group tonight. Love all our people in the panel and the people in our chat. And thank you so much, Chachi. Thank you so much for letting us in here. And so come on back, Cap for Life. Come on back. I'm giving you your spot.
All right,
See y'all
Batman.
later.
You know what? I appreciate you saying that because it felt like maybe Cap gave me his spot, and if he did, that guy is awesome. Pam, you have a good night.
Chachi, is your mic working now? I think we're having trouble. You sounded
I'ma
fine
answer-
before you dropped out. You were sounding fine, Chachi.
I'm gonna answer my point on what's most frustrating about this right now. And I could go back only on this season, but I want to take it back to Greer. But just this season alone, 1-7. Start off with that.
You
I mean,
already.
what else do you really say, right?
Right.
But if you really take it back, the most frustrating issue here with this team is Christopher Greer.
Yeah, I agree.
That's just the guy you got to
And
bring.
you were the first person to lead that train. I'll give you that.
And it sucks because this is what I say. You go out and you hire a first time head coach in Brian Flores. What is his specialty? What was everybody glorifying him during that Super Bowl run? How he's a defensive genius. They're giving him that title. So you got to run with that. Greer ended up hiring a defensive genius first time head coach.
Hmm.
What would you do if you know someone is super talented on defense and your
But didn't he do that?
concerns
Didn't he do
wait
that though? Didn't he hire this guy and he had a heart problem and then he ended up leaving us?
He
The
never even
assistant.
put in the building.
He never stepped foot in the building, but he did hire him.
Jim
well,
Caldwell.
you're right. Jim
Caldwell.
Caldwell.
Yeah,
But they must have had some sort of issues.
I agree.
They must have
Something
had
was it?
something.
Before,
And I know it's sad because his health issues they say he went down for. Go ahead.
oh, sorry, no, I didn't mean to cut you off. He something happened because he never even made it to the Dolphins facility.
Yep. And I thought that was a good hire because of what I'm saying right now. This is exactly what I'm saying. You went out and spent all this money on expensive money on Cal Van Noy,
Hmm.
Byron Jones, Shaq Lawson. You spent out and gave this guy all this money when in reality, you should have put all this on the offense. You should have let Flores did his job and try to find talent on defense in the draft, bro. That's what you should have done. That's what Greer and his plan should have been with a young head coach. And I honestly believe I would have gave Flores a lot of credit if that would have happened that way because I trust Flores to draft good defensive guys. He would have drafted Antoine Winfield Jr., bro. He probably would have drafted Isaiah Simmons. You know what I'm saying? And we would have used that money on offensive guys, offensive line, receivers, running back. That's what should have happened with this type of coach, bro.
Hey,
And
sorry to cut
Greer's
you
an
guys
idiot.
off. Sorry to cut you guys off. Miami Football Talk Chachi just sent me a message. He said that he's having difficulties with the stream. He wants to see if we could give some final thoughts so he can close out the stream. So he appreciates everybody for getting on tonight, and he says hopefully we could do this a little bit more often. Now that he has he wants to keep doing shows. So any final thoughts, guys?
My final thoughts is I hope we have a clean. I want to see on Sunday versus Houston a clean game, bro. We're at home. A clean game. Offensively efficient, defensively efficient. And we don't have to blow out Houston. Just make it a clean game. Don't hurt ourselves. That's pretty much it. And Chachi, you heard Larry. He's not gonna do the show Saturday. You got to step up for Uncle Larry, bro. You got to give it to us Saturday night, buddy.
Miami Sports Fanatic. I'm gonna drop my. You have Instagram?
Yeah.
All right, I'm dropping my Instagram on the private chat. Cap was telling me for me to link up with you so we could do some work with Chachi and we could do some more streams together. I just want to say something real quick. I said much love to everybody. I appreciate all the love that everybody got on today. I like this community to come together. Even it was I know we're on a 1-7 season right now, but we're talking football. We're talking about the team we love. This is the team that we just want to succeed. I know it sounds a lot of negative for most of the things that we're saying, but it's just a lot of frustration building in the fan base. I just want people to keep your head up. Kind of like what Pete said, let's go into this game. Let's not, I don't want to count games and saying this is an easy victory. This is an easy win. From now on going forward, I just want to see progression. That's the one thing I want to see going forward. I definitely want to see Dokes get the time to play in. Maybe Kirk Merritt. Just I want opportunity for these young guys. I'm not too fond of us playing an Isaiah Ford and see what he got. We know what he got, and I'm not too fond of seeing a Malcolm Brown right now potentially coming back from injury. I don't want to see that. I want to see these guys, see what we have. If they're good, we keep them. I'm very frustrated. I've been down all week because of it. Since this football team does that to me, because I am very passionate. I love this team. But I say much love, fins up. Thank you, Chachi, for having me up here. I know we had miscommunication. You couldn't get on with the mic. But thank you guys. Much love.
Same. Have a good one, y'all.